Hello, tadpoles. Let me transfer you to a new place.
What are you doing, Turbo Girl?
I am adopting these tadpoles. This pond is too crowded.
Have you made sure that the new environment is conducive for them?
The new environment? You mean their new home? I intend to keep them in my fish tank.
Return the tadpoles to the pond first, Turbo Girl. We shall take a look at the living conditions which tadpoles need. You want them to grow up healthily, don't you?
Of course I do.
What kind of habitat do tadpoles live in?
Habitat? You mean the place where tadpoles live in?
Yes, the place where the tadpoles are able to find all the things they need to survive.
I know that tadpoles live in water.
What do they feed on?
They feed on algae and other minute plant matter.
Very good. When they grow into frogs, do their feeding habits change?
Frogs normally feed on insects. In this case, a frog's habitat would consist of water, plants, and insects.
Not to forget a place to lay eggs.
No wonder. We normally find frogs near ponds.
Yes, the environment of their habitat plays an important role too.
The environment? I didn't realize there were so many considerations.
The environment includes factors such as temperature, amount of water and light, minerals available, the organisms living there, and the others.
These factors can affect the growth of frogs and tadpoles too.
Definitely. An organism's growth, development, and survival can be affected by its environment.
Now, let me get this straight. A habitat is the place where an organism lives in. It will be able to find all its basic needs for survival such as food, water, and shelter in its habitat.
That's right.
The environment of an organism's habitat will affect its growth, development, and survival.
You've got them all correct. Look at the type of environment shown in the photograph, Turbo Girl. How would you describe it?
It looks hot, dry, and sandy, teacher.
You have just described it based on its physical characteristics.
Its physical characteristics?
Yes, they are things such as temperature, the amount of light, the amount of water available, and the type of soil.
Tell me more, teacher.
Temperature of an environment varies depending on the venue and time.
Oh yes, the day is usually warmer than the night. It is also warmer in places such as a desert than in places like a forest during daytime.
The amount of light is also different in the morning compared to the night.
The amount of light varies during different seasons too.
And in different places or countries.
In addition, different environments have different amounts of water available as well.
That's right. The environment of a desert will be drier than a forest.
I believe that the type of soil is different between these two types of environment.
Definitely. The desert consists of sandy soil while a forest has loamy soil.
It's so comfortable under the shade. By the way, teacher, is the temperature around us affected by the amount of sunlight?
Yes, Turbo Girl. For example, the temperature under your umbrella is slightly different from the temperature under direct sunlight.
Let me place the wet towel under direct sunlight. It will dry faster.
That's clever of you, Turbo Girl. Water evaporates faster under the sun than under the shade. Do you know as water evaporates, it will create a cooling effect on the surroundings?
Does that mean the temperature of our surrounding is affected by the amount of water around us as well?
Correct.
The plants are drying out under the hot sun. Let me water them. Hey, Why is it that the water is unable to seep through the soil?
Turbo Girl, this pot of plant contains clayey soil. Water is unable to flow through them quickly.
I see. This means that the type of soil affects the amount of water that is able to flow through.
Quick thinking! It also implies that the type of soil in an environment affects the amount of water available. Interaction between the physical characteristics of our environment affects the types of organisms found in our surroundings too.
That is why I can find cacti in a desert, but not mushrooms?
That's right.
To conclude, a habitat's environment can be affected by the interaction of the environment's physical characteristics.
Furthermore, the physical characteristics of each environment vary from one another.
The physical characteristics of an environment include amount of light, temperature, amount of water, and type of soil.
The physical characteristics of the environment can interact and influence each other.
These factors can affect the growth, development, and survival of organisms living in those surroundings.
Well done, Turbo Girl.